Hello and welcome to
Wow.
a podcast where we, Angelica Pasquini,
And Devin Leary.
watch and discuss Couples Therapy Season 5. Before every episode, we want to let you know we are both in love with this show and its masterful observations on the human condition, love, companionship, and life itself.
Life itself.
We are friends, humorous, and highly therapized individuals who are never punching down or making fun of the brave souls who open their relationships to be filmed in this legendary series.
Yes.
That being said, we are comedians. We're going off because this show is our Super Bowl. Thank you.
100%. Thank you.
Amen.
Can I say one quick thing?
Yes.
Are you just like, thank the universe that your name is Angelica?
It's crazy.
No one else is named Angelica.
Besides,
It's such an iconic name.
I love my name. I had a good time with it my whole life. Like there was never, and then there's two kinds of people. There's people who meet me and go, beautiful name. Then there's people who meet me and they're like, Rugrats.
Oh, the doll.
No, the cartoon.
The girl? No, but I thought you meant the doll. Oh, no.
Angelica Pickles.
Is the doll or the girl?
That's Cynthia is her doll with the hair.
Cynthia with the hair. Okay. Okay. Well, I was just thinking about it last night. I was like, and Ange is the only Angelica I know.
It really does something to you if you're the only one you know with that name.
Yeah.
It changes things. And
Thanks.
when I have a kid, they're going to have a singular name.
Yeah.
You?
I guess my name felt singular growing up and I didn't like that. And I was like, it's a boy name. And I wanted to change my name in 6th grade to Madison.
Oh my God.
And I wanted to legally change my name. And my mom was like,
Whoa.
if in a year you still feel the same way, like maybe. So imagine today I'm Madison.
Wow. That is so cute that you wanted to do that.
I know. I think I read a book where like the main character who was like rich and cool was named Madison.
Yeah, it is a rich, cool girl.
And I was not that. Well, I was rich, but I wasn't cool. Money can't buy you cool.
Sorry, honey.
So yeah. But then the other thing I was gonna say is about the highly therapized.
Is that a word?
It is,
because I put it in there, but
and it comes up in these 2 episodes. So we're talking about episodes 3 and 4 today, season 5 of Couples Therapy. Orna talks about people who have so much therapeutic language, and they do like a montage of everyone saying like, well, I'm avoidant, I'm anxious attached, I have major depressive disorder, I have this, I have that. And I've been that where I'm like, this disorder, that disorder, this disorder, blah, blah, blah. And then also been like, what is going on with our society where everything is labeled as something? And when I was on the dating apps once, someone had in their profile, disorganized attachment style is like,
of course,
it's like the one where it's like, whoa, so something like really severe happened. And I, of course, know and love people who probably have that. But this person put on their dating app profile, like, one thing that you don't know about me or something, I have disorganized attachment style. And I was like, so I'm gonna, on first impression, like, I guess I'm just gonna say no, because it's like, you're just basically saying I'm deeply traumatized and have been through hell and I don't know how to relate to people. I'm either way too attached or way too avoidant. And it's like, maybe don't lead with that.
Yeah, that's stuff that I think that sort of what you're hitting on and what Orna was like shining light on too is like leading with all of this before you're like the list before someone gets to know you.
The list instead of listening.
That's so right. That's exactly what she was talking about. And guess what? You think you know what your problem is, but you don't know.
You have no idea.
This
you
is the
think you know,
diary.
but you have no idea. It's the diary of us.
Of us.
And Orna.
But you think you're disorganized. Let somebody else talk to you about it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is self diagnosing.
Totally. I mean,
we've all done.
I have also OCD / hypochondria. So I have gone to my psychiatrist with the amount of times I've brought bipolar 2 to my psychiatrist, like, this is me.
Yeah.
Or something else that I look up and I'm like, wait, this, I have that, like, this is me. And he's like, let's just try to work on one thing at a time.
Right. They're probably seeing this all the time.
It's like the
Therapy
diagnosis. The diagnosis or the label is a way to be like, okay, now I have this, so I don't even have to look deeper. But you know what? You do.
No, you do. And every diagnosis is nuanced. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you can get something, but it's your flavor of it.
It's your flavor.
And it's coming through you in your own way. But there are things, there's things I see, I go, I know what that is.
Yeah, totally.
So the flavor is a flavor.
The flavor is a flavor, yeah. Totally.
Especially BPD.
Yes.
That one, I go, you're laughing, you're having a good time, dying laughing. They're the most fun people.
The bubbliest, draw you in.
You're on their couch, you're sleeping over.
Suddenly so close, like
braiding
so
each other's
quickly.
hair.
Yes. You're like, I've never felt closer to anyone. I can't believe we just became best friends. And then you're like, wow, the rage that just came up over the smallest thing that actually wasn't a thing.
Yes. And also when you start to really realize that someone has a problem with everyone around
Every single person.
And then you're like, uh-oh.
There's a narrative about every single person.
Right. But we're all like that.
A little bit.
But then there's the extreme.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So let me tell you something about episodes 3 and 4.
Okay.
Not as juicy. I know, but I'm gonna get juicy with you today.
Yes.
But I thought these 2 episodes
almost like filler episodes.
What the frick?
Because then I do have to say I looked at the descriptions for 5 and 6, didn't watch them, but I was like, oh,
okay.
There's drama coming.
Thank God.
I also was like, I guess it's kind of like when you're watching a reality show, it's like there's going to be a bunch of episodes in the middle that are like, could fast forward. Yeah. But I don't want to fast forward through these things because there's something inside of each thing that's interesting. But yeah, I was like, okay, maybe we could have done 7 episodes instead of 8 or 9.
They do have strange ways of rolling out this show. Remember when there was 2 seasons in one with a break, but it was still the same season? Do you remember that?
Kind of.
It made no sense.
That made no sense.
So here we are arriving at episode freaking 3. And you know what it begins with? Cat litter.
And with, what's the couple's name?
Marjorie and Jason. Did you say Jason?
I said Jason.
And I said John.
And you said John with the certainty of 1,000 gods.
I know.
But you know what? He looks
beautiful.
like a John.
I love that. Poetic.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Sometimes you say stuff, I'm like, that is beautiful.
I think I got that from somewhere. I didn't come up with that. Maybe I got it from ChatGPT, like Jason gets all of his emotional and mental support.
So yeah.
So that was okay. So yeah, correct. It starts with they had decided last episode that they're going to split the responsibilities of the cat litter, and he's going to clean the cat litter at a certain time, Tuesday or something at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
because he has to have a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come this week and Marjorie's like, what we planned on didn't happen. And he's like, we never plan on a specific time. And Orna goes, we did discuss it.
She did say that to him directly.
I loved when she said that.
So the thing about these two is I'm like, have you ever met? Because when they get into each other's backstories, they're both shocked by the other. But especially him about her. He's like, wait, what?
Why was he not also like, okay, sorry, go on.
There's something there's a huge communication problem between them, but then they cut to the B-roll of them playing in bumper cars, having a good time throwing their head back.
And like walking on the boardwalk.
I think they like to chill and have fun, but there is something about them where you're like, do you know this person at all? Do you know this person at all? But wait, Devin, I have something, an inkling.
What?
Is he acting different outside of this room and mean to her? Because she is mad at him.
She's really mad at him. I wonder about that too. There was a couple things that threw me for a loop. At one point, she talks about he's talking about she's not supportive enough about like his diet and stuff. This is where I see myself in her because
he love her.
He said, I'm on a diet. And Marjorie said, I'm already annoyed. And I relate. So like when people start talking about I'm doing this specific thing with that, like I just was like, I can so see being like, I don't care. I dated someone who was like a marathon runner and would talk about like the prep for the marathon. I was like, I don't care at all. I don't want to hear that at all. It doesn't, it's just like, I don't want to be hearing that. And then he said, I'm prioritizing protein and I use ChatGPT and it knows everything about me. And I ask it stuff like, did I do good today? And it says, you did so good today. You killed it with the protein.
Yeah, like he wants an encouraging wife. Here's the thing. I'm sorry. I know I'm advocating. I wish he didn't vote for Trump because everything else about him.
You like that he talks about protein?
He has every right to want to change his life. We're not talking about some marathon runner, skinny mini little guy. We're talking about an ex-heroin addict.
Well, he's going to be skinny mini pretty soon, the way he's shrinking in front of our eyes.
But we're talking about someone who comes from the Brinks, trying to better themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's just like, I want to be hot and sexy.
Right.
He's like, I've been through hell. I'm trying to rebuild my life. And I know what you mean, that it is annoying for her. But I wrote down, she is his op regarding the diet.
She's his op.
Listen, I support when people are unhealthy and want to get healthy.
Totally.
She's insecure about her body, so she doesn't like to hear him talk about it. But like, who else that's his wife. Like, he's got to kind of be able to talk to her about what he wants to do here. Do you know what I mean?
I guess I just like, he makes me like, I'm just like, grow up in a way. Like, I'm like, ChatGPT has to say you killed it with the protein today. But then
yeah,
I see what you're saying. And then she feels bad and she cries because he's like, she's never like validating me. And then she like sincerely says like she believes that this is where, to your point about, is he mean on the outside?
Yeah.
I don't think he's mean on the outside. I think that she is just so like, when you are living with someone that you don't really want to be with and you're just like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, that's what's
and
going
they're
on.
dealing with like, he can't even clean the cat litter because I get where he's coming from. He's like, I didn't ever want 6 or 7 pets, but like now there are the pets and like you do live in a home together. Like you could help a little bit.
Isn't there so much mismatch with them though, where you're like, you never talked about 6 or 7 cats.
Right.
You don't agree on how to raise these kids, driving them around to school or not. You don't agree on politics. You don't know anything about each other's. Well, he didn't know anything about her backstory being put on Weight Watchers at age 12.
Right.
And then his aha moment when he was like, oh, I never knew that about you. I'm really sorry. Like, I was like, she's not sharing her truth with him.
She's using being annoyed as like her defense from being vulnerable.
Yeah, but also they don't know each other.
Yeah.
But when they cut to them having a good time on the boardwalk, I do think they have some kind of, they can kick it, those two.
Well, okay, but so then I kept losing my train of thought, but when she said, I really believe that he wants what's best for our family and he like cares. So I was like, okay, I think he must have a sincerity that is real if she feels that way. And then Orna was like, Jason, do you see that she's like being sincere? And he's like, I don't really believe her. And then Orna's like, but you do believe ChatGPT. and he's like shrugging like, yeah, I guess he believes Chat over
her. Well, because
Marjorie.
Chat does whatever you want it to do. Right. Chat is the perfect lover.
No.
You think I'm saying that about me? Imagine I'm being real. Like, it's my perfect lover. No, what I'm saying is for all these people, it's their best friend. It's their confidant. It's their perfect love. It encourages so anything odd. You say.
It's so odd.
It's really
I've
scary.
seen it on reality shows where like Craig on Southern Charm, for example, is like talking to Chat about everything and being like, I asked Chat, like, what was it? And I'm like, oh, but then seeing this where he's like saying, it tells me I did a good job today. Is like, I was just like, this like sickens me a little bit. But anyway.
Calling it Chat is corny.
He didn't do that. I will say I did that.
Oh, sorry. I know people who do that though.
No, Craig called it Chat. He calls it He's like Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And I know it's not good, but I did put my stuff. It knows me better than anyone. I'm like, okay. No, but they do have like a cute flirting vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, she also said, you met me hot, got me fat, and now you're leaving me.
Period.
That's how she felt.
They used to like to eat together. I have 2 family members, my aunt and uncle, they like to eat together. That's kind of one of the main things they have in common only. Do you know what I mean? But it's true. You know, there's people who don't care about eating, and then there's people who do.
Yeah.
They got together, like to eat. Go to the buffet, probably.
And they said Dunkin'.
Drive around, go to Dunkin', eating, smoking cigs.
Smoking cigs.
And now he's getting
healthy,
and she doesn't like it.
I get
she's
that.
She's going to catch up to the wavelength he's at, and then this is what I predict, and then she's going to be like, either I have to accept his shortcomings or I got to walk.
I know.
But they're not a match
mentally.
No.
Okay.
He is being abused, though, for the record. He is.
No, he is.
But he looks like the abuser. Classic.
Well, he does have hieroglyphics on the side of his skull.
That wowed me.
That wowed me big time, because it also doesn't quite match what I thought he would have on the side of his skull. Like his tattoos tell a different story, where I'm like, are you kind of like a nerd into like history? Or
yeah, I do think that there is a nerdiness and a softness about him, but I think what you see is what you get. I don't think there's
okay.
I think he's kind of obvious, and that upsets her.
Yes.
But
totally.
But she's not telling the truth she's starting to finally keep it real. But I feel like she doesn't tell the truth about who she is in a way.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the end of the day, there's things about them that you kind of get out of the way within the first year of dating that they just both don't.
They just don't
like,
know.
Do you want pet? Do you like animals?
Do you like animals?
Where do you want to raise the kid? Like, how'd you guys get all the way to this point and you're still disagreeing?
Totally.
Next. Ness and Drea. Oh my.
This is
bad, bro.
This is bad.
This is one of the worst things I've ever seen. What the hell is going on here?
I wrote down Nessa either has extreme OCD or she's using any excuse, including God speaks to me, to avoid breaking up with Drea.
Classic.
She just
when
can't
they hit
say
you with the God speaking to me.
God speaking to me, like,
well,
it's like, oh God.
Nessa says, I want individuation. Nessa's not wearing her rings. That part,
unless they're in front of her mom and she has to put on a show.
She don't want to be in this relationship. It's hard to watch.
It's really hard to watch.
Then she goes, I want a baby.
So Nessa is saying that Nessa feels abandoned by the fact that Drea says if they break up like they should, like Nessa should, then Drea just wants to like cut off the relationship. And Nessa's like, that feels like abandonment to me, because I still like, she wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants to break up but still be best friends and like still have another child together. But like, she wants someone who emotionally supports her as like a best friend, her everything. And I think it's because it's so hard for her to access her feelings and get close to other people. She doesn't want to have to go through the work of opening up to a whole nother person, because she's clearly so guarded from her feelings. So she's like, oh, I've already let this person know all my traumas and all that stuff. So I would rather just get my emotional needs filled by her, but then get to like have sex and do whatever else I want.
Yeah, I do think this happens in relationships, especially after watching couples therapy for 5 seasons. Is like you get a lot. You can't get everything from one person, but there tends to be in these dynamics this thing that happens where like one of them like sees the future more and like desires more life experiences, and the other one is like kind of not into that as much. Because there is a yin and yang energetically. Like if both people want to see everything and do everything, they typically maybe have a harder time like building a home together and kids and stuff. But in this dynamic, it's like they have all of that. And I remember seeing this in other seasons. It's like one of them has to hold it down while the other one is like interested in moving kind of mentally, spiritually, emotionally on, but also wants their cake and eat it too, like you're saying. But in this situation, it got deep with the church stuff. And there's layers.
So that was like really interesting about their dynamic because so Nessa grew up Catholic and seems attached to and in an East Indian, she said, family that was very homophobic. She mentions wanting, like, I guess she found a church that felt more progressive for them, and as they were trying to have children, she had a miscarriage. It sounded like she's had multiple because they said her last miscarriage. So that's horrible trauma.
Horrible.
And it was a particularly traumatic circumstances of a miscarriage. And then they finally got pregnant, healthy, everything good. And their pastor said that the baby can't be, I don't know if it's baptized or like basically their child won't be recognized in the church. And the pastor came over to their house and compared them being lesbians to him having a porn addiction.
Yeah.
And what was interesting about it was that Nessa was very much like, yeah, like, but it's okay. And like, we moved on and like, yeah, I don't really blame like religion and it's not really like that big of a deal. And Drea was clearly, sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze.
If it happens, it's okay.
Okay. Drea was clearly pissed and was like, I now have to drive past this church every day, like, and it's right in my face and whatever. And you can tell Nessa's kind of annoyed, like, okay, well, she carries anger and I don't. But Orna, this is where Orna comes in with the mind-blowing truth. Orna is like, well, so Drea is putting her anger outward on a religious institution and person who actually directly harmed you. So that's healthy to have anger towards that person. And she said, to Nessa, it sounds like you are projecting your anger about it inward and you're not placing it outward. Like you think she thinks she's the healthier one because she said like, I don't carry that anger with me. It's like, no, the feelings are still with you. You're just not allowing yourself to access them. Is that you?
I related to that.
Really?
Because I feel like there's people who, when they're mad, they go, it's out. And then there's people where like it just goes in. And no matter how much I can pop off on anyone else, my inner pop off is
hell.
And it's not, you know what? When I was younger, I was like, I hate you to myself. I'm not like that now. But I'm more just like, it takes me time to process my anger. I'll get mad about something and then I'm holding that anger and then later it comes out. Like it takes me time.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that in her. I think that might be part of what's going on is like the only way you know how to deal with how you feel is to be like, I feel lost in the sauce. I have to like look out the window and ponder. I need alone time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of what this person needs is like, my boyfriend and I talk about this because he works in the trades and he works with a lot of guys that like have man caves and need to be left alone and like talk shit about their wives all the time. Okay. And he's always rolling his eyes because like that's not what he wants, right?
Right.
But I always ask him, I'm like, what do you think these guys want that are always saying like, my wife is always nagging me and I want to be left alone. I love my man cave. And he's like, honestly, a lot of them never had space to like think about anything in their life or dream or like.
They weren't encouraged to.
Yeah. And like now they like resent everything around them when really what they needed and like what someone like him got was like space to himself to find himself, live alone, kind of just like be on his own for a sec.
Yeah.
I think that these two got married so young at 19 or not even married. They started dating so young. It seems like Nessa, she didn't get a chance to find who she is outside of the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it does create this desire for a man cave of sorts. Let me take my ring off. Let me individuate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. And I think space is super important. Like, I think that man caves can be a good thing. I think people should complain about their spouse to a safe group of people.
Right.
And I think actually if Nessa was allowing herself, because at one point Orna's like, Nessa talks in like these abstract things. And it was like, is Nessa just afraid to like be direct? Like, you annoy me. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's afraid to say what's really bothering her.
Yeah.
And you can see that in the conversation about the pastor where she's just like, oh, well, I don't really carry that. It's like you are carrying all these feelings. If you could maybe access that more and say like, I'm annoyed. I need space. I need to go like be by myself, go on a trip. Like, it's not because I don't love you, but instead it's like, well, I'm evolving and I need you to evolve and individuate and blah, blah, blah. It's like, just be like, I'm annoyed. Like,
yeah,
I need to go for a walk.
I'm annoyed. You need a life outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bring something to the table, something you read, something you thought about, something you tried. You
Yes.
got to bring something here. I think that's what's going on. Too,
Totally.
is that Drea is so enamored still by Nessa because Nessa like showed her the world Aladdin style.
Totally.
And she said, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under.
Oh, wow.
Even sexually.
I'm
like,
sure.
this is her God.
This
Do you know
is
what
her
I mean?
God.
But she needs, God, because the religion aspect. But Drea needs to literally she needs to just, this will be solved by if she just gets a life.
Yeah.
If the other one gets a life, the other one will like her more. That's just how that works.
That's true. But I don't know if there's
hope
at this point. I feel like Nessa is like spiritually out of it. Can't say it. That's why I'm like, she said at one point, like, I think God is speaking to me and saying I shouldn't be a homosexual. And it's like, okay, so maybe you just don't want to be in this relationship with this woman.
Yeah. It's really looking that way.
It's like, maybe just say that.
I think that's where it's going.
I think so too.
Next.
Okay, next. Big time next. So.
No, this was crazy.
This was crazy.
Chris and Sienna. Guess
we
what?
Still don't know anything about her.
Guess
about
what?
her.
No, we don't. Well, a little. She goes to work and then he cheated because she started going to work
grad
in
school. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He's hot.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel it.
I
don't feel it at all. I'm like, really? He's like ick to me. And I'm sorry because we're about to talk about how he opened up about like his worst trauma in life. I'm so icked out by him.
I think that his face is so beautiful. And when he was sitting back and talking, I was like, well, he's hot, And I don't usually feel that way watching this series. So that was an interesting thing for me to sort of come up for me.
Okay.
Where I was like, he's a hot guy. Because I hated him. Episode 1 and 2, Shark Eyes.
I no longer hate him, but I'm really still struggling with him.
Oh, no, me too.
And
but
I'm also...
the trauma.
Okay, the trauma was crazy.
I never really heard something like that before. You?
Should we say what it is? No, I didn't expect it at all.
Basically, I think he has legitimately the craziest mother I've ever heard of. It's one thing to be slamming doors, drinking, miserable, problems. It's another thing to be crossing the line with the intimacy and your kids like body.
Yeah, sexually commenting on his body.
Yeah.
And also like crossing boundaries of saying he needs to like be the man of the house and he needs to step up, and she's threatening harm to herself. She's threatening and sometimes enacting harm on others.
Yeah.
Basically, but one thing that I will say is interesting is that like his mom married the president of Levi Strauss Company.
Which is cool.
And so she basically was like dream world, but he said she didn't really want to be a mother, but she gave this guy kids because that's what he wanted. Then the guy had a stroke and became a shell husk of himself.
Very
So
sad.
she like lost her fantasy very quickly. And she lost her mind, and it's horrible. And then at the same time,
they hired a family. Which
they hired
you know
a family.
What? The money can buy you family.
They rented a family.
They said, come live with us, mother.
A Polynesian
children.
Polynesian family, mother, father, children.
There you go.
A Tongan family, he says.
Yeah, and said, come live with us and raise the kids and be around.
So he had a second mother that was paid for.
Like the cuddling.
And he connects it back to like, I paid for the cuddling.
Listen, it moved me. I was moved by this.
Yeah.
I was moved. I was listen, him telling the stories, I was like, I've never heard anything like this besides the book Running with Scissors.
Oh, I actually
Augustus
own that, but I
Burroughs.
haven't read it. Should I?
He had just the mother son, like, but I don't know. Everything makes sense now. Just the cuddling makes sense, but where is she? You know?
Where is she? And so I thought it was interesting. So Orna's like, how are you feeling telling this story? And he did say multiple times, he's like, and it gets worse, and it gets worse. He said, while telling it, I don't feel anything except excitement to say, look how fucked up that is. And that's kind of the dynamic we talked about last week, where Orna's saying, like, he says, I'm an open book. Like, he gets something out of saying, like, look how fucked up my childhood was. Look how fucked up my childhood was. But he's not allowing himself to actually feel or process how it affected him. And then, I don't know, like, their dynamic is just like a little bit like, it's like then he was like kind of crying and she like hugged him, but it felt like awkward. Like he didn't really want her to do that. And she was kind of like, oh my God, I didn't know how bad it was.
Yeah.
And then he talked about how when they first met, he kept telling her, I'm so fucked up. I'm so fucked up. Don't be with me. Don't be with me. Don't be with me. Been there. Been there and been like, no, I will be with you because, and she said that, or one of them told the story that she said, like, if you love me as much as I love you, I'm not leaving. And he's like, and I loved her, so she stayed. But it's like, okay, so from her perspective, you told her all this most traumatizing things that happened to you. You said, I can't be in a relationship, I'm fucked up. And she said, do you love me? And you said yes. And then she's like, then I'm going to stay no matter what. That's not healthy. And then he was talking about like, he would lay his head in her lap and like cry. And he's like, but then she would expect me to like be her big man. And I was like, I can't do that. And I'm just like, why is like being a big man being said?
I think that she's with an incredibly traumatized individual that if they didn't have money and
Clearly
looks,
they do.
he would be like on the street. Like he
Totally.
is fucked up.
He's fucked up.
And she's dealing with someone who is this is for Orna to handle. Like she can handle the big guns with this. This is true deep
He
trauma.
needs like individual like EMDR too.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure he's gotten like some things because you can tell he's processed some of it, but it's also like all mental. But basically I think that him cheating probably was a device that he was subconsciously trying to like get some help. Do you know what I mean?
It was a cry for help in a way.
Yeah.
Like he like probably wanted to get caught so that they're like, yeah, because it almost goes back to like he wants to be like, look how fucked up I am. Look how fucked up I am. I cheated. Look how fucked up he's saying like, go away, but will you stay?
No, totally. And also he's like, I'm not kidding. Like, I have problems. And he openly said too with the cuddling that he was like, I wanted them to like me and to be different. And
that confirmed your suspicion from last week.
Yeah, he has manic pixie dream girl vibes.
He wanted to change the cuddlers.
He said, yeah, he wants to be the girl that just changes that guy. You know what I mean?
Because he couldn't change his mom and he couldn't change his dad.
Couldn't change his mom. He has mommy issues.
Those mommy issues, when he said lying in the lap and then she wanted me to be a big man, I was like, I've never heard such blatant mommy issues.
Yeah, he's got mommy issues 101.
And I guess that's where I'm like, okay, I want to be more open-minded about that.
Yeah. I just can't hear something like that and hold anything against him, but that might be a problem of my own. But I'm just like, what you did was wrong, but we are now dealing with the cat being out of the bag with some dark. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay.
It's like,
let's work now.
Let's work now.
So it'll be a big job.
Yeah. And then also I think it's interesting to go back to why, like the fact that we haven't heard anything about Sienna, that I understood where he was coming from when he's like, it's like, we're good. And then she'll be like, but remember that horrible thing you did. Like, I understand both of their sides. Excuse me. of being like, you think you're past it, and then being like, I'm actually still pissed about the cuddling. But for him, he's like, I thought we moved past it. I thought it was like, we're getting there. And then she's like, actually, I'm still pissed. And it's like, okay.
Well, if you hire a cuddling service behind my back and then cheat on me, it's going to come up.
Totally.
Like, and I always wonder that. I have a friend who was cheated on and they moved on and they figured things out and healed. But I always wonder if you just look at them, you look, they're like doing stuff in the morning and they're doing coffee or whatever. You just look at them and you're like, I hate you.
Yeah.
But then you work with it or something.
You work with it.
Because listen, this is tale as old as people have been cheating since day one.
Since Jesus probably cheated.
No, literally.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Shay and Clinton.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I can't take it anymore.
She was tough on him.
Wait, this whole season, I'm sorry. Can I just say, there's some things on this season where you're like, why are you guys together?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see a little bit more of like why anyone's even ever dated.
I so agree.
This season is really a lot of mismatches, okay?
Yes.
And it's kind of pissing me off. Because I'm like, you got to pick people where we see the reason.
We want to fight for them and with them.
Exactly.
Like, remember that couple last year, the gay couple, or last season, the gay couple, where one of them had also experienced serious trauma and they would get in like these horrible fights, but they would cry.
Yep.
And it was like the passion was still there, but they had been through so much. Like, where's that?
That's what, listen, we are connoisseurs of the show. We're saying this with love. The casting this season was people that feel like strangers.
Yeah.
We are only 4 episodes in, but I'm just like these two. I'm literally like, why are you doing this?
She said that her friends don't like to hang out with him because they don't find anything in common with him. And that wasn't what she was at. Something else she was saying was when Orna was like, okay, you're treading on like delicate ground. Like, it's kind of harsh to say my friends don't like to hang out with you. And then Clinton's like, well, yeah, I feel like my heart broke for him a little bit because he's like, yeah, I feel excluded. But like, if they don't want to be friends with me, I was like, no,
I know, it's too fucked.
It's too fucked.
The money discrepancy, like they're playing they're playing a game with such different skill sets.
Yeah.
I believe in people coming together from different skill sets, but I'm sorry. I keep saying this about every couple, but I'm like, what's she getting out of this? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. And she talks about she was always with older guys and he's her youngest boyfriend and he can't keep up. And like, and then I guess like she feels like everything is about, it just goes back to they're in totally different places. Everything for him right now is about like, he just moved out of his mom's house because he understands finally that he has autism. And she's like, okay, that can't be the excuse for everything. And he's like, well, you being trans is the same thing as me being autistic. Like, I'm going back through my childhood and everything's starting to make sense. It's like he's in an intense place and she has no patience for it.
Just like Shark Eyes.
Just like Shark Eyes.
Shark Eyes going through something, the other one's kind of there. This guy, what's his name? Clinton going through something. The other one's like, okay,
no one has anything in common with you. No one wants to hang out. It's too harsh.
Then we have Nessa and Drea, one of them going through tumultuous. God's talking to me. The other one, okay.
The other one rolling her eyes like, shut up.
God's not talking to you.
God's not talking to you.
And who's the what? Oh, and the first couple too, going through GLP-1, getting his workout buddy. And the other one's like kind of just sitting there. I'm sorry.
No, one is literally shrinking away in front of our eyes and the other is just there.
And the other is just there. Mad. But
totally.
Yeah. If you have more to say about Shay and Clinton, please let me know. But
no, I don't really have anything to say. I saw a preview. I'm like, okay, it looks like more is, let's just say more is to come with everyone next week.
And we look forward to that.
But I struggled to even have a wow this week.
Me too. Why don't we just be honest about that?
That
we don't like the way this is going this season. You guys picked the wrong people so far. And we're rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Yes. We were all rooting for you.
We just these 2 episodes. It's fine. This happens in media. Okay, using the word media. Sometimes there's a slow. This whole thing. This could have been 1 episode. The only interesting thing was Levi's Shark Eyes Levi's
story. I guess they felt like they wanted to include that whole story. Like Shay and Clinton weren't even in episode 3, I don't think.
I know they literally weren't. And then they were in one scene of episode 4 where Orna says, "You're both very stubborn. Let's work on that."
Yeah. And like Clinton was kind of playing around the waiting room and like Shay is like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm like, you hate him. You hate him.
The way specifically that he pops off. You know how Kanye is autistic and talks about it's the same, like Kanye does the same mode where he's like, I already told you. Like those videos where he's doing that to Kim. And Kim's like, I'll be going.
But Kim, actually, I've only seen one video that I don't know if it's what you're talking about, because I don't know if it's his bipolar, all his issues, but there's a video where he's like screaming at Kim and she's crying and like she's like seems to love Kanye more than Shay loves Clinton. Like she's like, you're not, this isn't you. I don't know like what whatever. And it's like she seems to at least care and cry and feel. That's the other thing. I think that's the other thing. Where's the tears from everyone?
I think all of them have cried a lot and then they're getting to Orna.
They're dried up.
And they're like you said in episode 1. You were saying a lot of them are no tears left to cry, Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Because they've cried a lot already. Like they're on the brink of the relationship ending. I remember seeing that with Kim and Kanye, her looking at him. Like you could just tell that she was like, this is not, like when she goes like muty and she goes gone.
She goes gone.
She's gone, girl.
She's gone, girl. 100%.
These last 2 episodes was gone girl, gender, whatever the gender, gone person.
Gone person,
and then someone else going absolutely insane
and like having a total crisis that like that needs support. And when you're going through a whole crisis, you need a lot of compassion and a lot of patience. And as someone who's been through a mental health crisis or 2, you do lose people who are like they just can't have the compassion. And it's like, okay, I need to have people in my life who it's okay to take turns. Like one person's going through something, you're there for them. And then when you're going through something, they're there for you. And our relationship can be like that too. It's totally okay to say, hey, actually, like, I'm not here for this. This does not work for me. Like, I cannot be in a relationship with someone who's just figuring out that they have this diagnosis that changed their whole life. I cannot be in a relationship with someone who has so much trauma with their mommy issues and they still have so much to go through. But the worst thing to do is to be like, no, I'm going to bravely stay, which I feel like Shay is doing a little bit of like, no, I'm going to bravely stay with this person through this, but you're pissed the whole time.
Exactly. And in this episode, I have more feelings towards all of the people we list that are like going through hell.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting thing to look at in a nuanced lens where it's like, is this something, like you said, like, as long as it's natural to happen, as long as that can go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, some people have a bad 5 years.
Totally.
And that's what being like married or in all these people are in long-term relationships. Like sometimes someone has to take L's for like 5 years.
Yes.
And you just kind of have to be like with them. That's where.
Excuse me. I just literally choked on my saliva because I got so activated what you were saying. But yeah.
That's what being married, like, or being long-term partner really is. You're not just signing up to be like, I love you so much. It's like, I'm signing up to whatever happens, I'm going to ride with you.
I know. And I've got excited because I've been the person who struggles with codependency or insecure attachment or whatever label you give it, where I'm like, okay, I'm dating this person. I see they have this problem. All they need is the right therapist. All they need is the right this. All they need is this whatever. And then it's like, okay, so what if they do have the realization? What if they do realize that they were actually had a paid family and that's why they pay for cuddling, whatever? after that, there's years of processing and therapy that needs to take place. Like, it's not just like, oh, now he realizes that he paid for cuddling and he paid for his mom growing up. Okay. It's like, no, so he realized that and he's going to have to work through that. That's going to be a lot. It's all going to be a lot.
Yes.
It's all going to be hard.
Yes. And this is when love is not enough.
Love is never enough.
Because now we're on a new playing field, or, you know, we're on a new level of the video game. And you're like, okay, now all the information's out. Now, can I play, or do I literally want to walk away? And this is the classic thing. I think all of them are going to break up, and I feel like all of them should.
I feel like all of them should, except part of me is holding up for Marjorie and Jason. As
right.
Marjorie is my favorite character this season. as much as she is verbally abusive, I am holding out that they have something that can be salvaged. I also think that my prediction currently is that Chris and Sienna will stay together. Probably shouldn't, but will.
Chris and Sienna will stay together. She loves his ass.
She does. And they have a really cute dog.
And they have kids. She's still getting her grad school vibes, right? She's going to do her own thing.
I wish I was in grad school.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't even have like...
Wait, I thought you were.
Well, I tried to go back to finish my college degree and I just couldn't do it. But I really want to, but it's just so much money and it feels like a waste.
And it was for psychology.
It was for psychology. And here we are, but I didn't finish it. Should I?
I also don't have a college degree.
Really? Wait, and really?
Yeah, honey. I dropped out.
Twice. I dropped out twice too. Well, I was asked to leave once.
Wait, someone asked you, or you asked?
The school was like, there's been enough disciplinary. This is when I was
bad to the bone,
alcoholism, 1 3/4 years. The school was like, it's a liability at this point, so go get mental health and come back, mental health help. And I didn't go back. And then I went back to school for 1 semester and dropped out. And I guess now I've dropped out again from that online stuff I was doing. But the online stuff was like, I was like, this is not school.
Well, I think what I'm sensing would be interesting about the grad school experience, at least that I've always thought, us talking about grad school as people who don't have degrees. I love that.
What would be interesting for us to get our masters is...
For me, all I ever want to do is sit around, write stuff, and talk and give notes and hear notes, and then go up, people perform, literally workshopping. So that's what I think of grad school as. So if I had an endless amount of money, I would just be going to school forever to honestly just look at plays and movies and talk about them with people.
100%.
But instead I have the podcast microphone.
Well, I know. And totally what you were saying, that's what I picture. And also me, the B-roll of Sienna, me walking with books, and it's fall and I'm just on my way somewhere. And being able to say, what are you doing? I'm getting my master's right now, as opposed to I have a couple podcasts coming out.
Yeah.
But that's my own inner shame.
Totally.
Judgmental family members in my ears. But okay, that's my inner monologue, inner shame monologue. No, but what was I just going to say? Oh, the reality is when I went back and dropped out twice, it was because they're like, all right, so here's the prerequisite for math. That's what I can't get past.
No.
Prerequisite for math. Both times.
With the way this world is.
No, the way this world is, I'm doing algebra.
Look to your left, genocide. Look to your right, problems here in our own country.
Yeah.
And tell me, math. I have to do math.
Hantavirus, and I have to do math.
Hantavirus, and you have to do math now as a grown woman. They know that you don't need to do that. The bigger problems going on.
They know. So I'm I just couldn't get past that side
I
of
am
things.
interested. What would your dream to be doing with the psychology masters?
Well, I actually don't know now. I'm now part of me is would I get a master's in writing and write a book?
See, here, I'm gonna tell you something. Your mom's written books. I have some short stories I'm trying to put into a collection. You don't need a degree.
But Ange, you need to put out a collection of short stories.
I am.
Short stories. Because your short stories are so unlike anything, so genius.
Thank you, sister.
When you talk about rejection, Tony Tulatamudi, I believe Tony Tulatamudi, I believe is how you say his name. Everybody was obsessed with that collection of short stories, as was I. Your short stories are that times a million.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
It's genuinely what I believe.
I love writing them. Thank you so much. I will be putting them. I'm in the works of publishing them. They won't be on Substack for free, honey.
That's where I struggle. I'm like, I'm just gonna put it out.
I believe in it. I'm not against. And one day you might see me on there, but I'm not giving away my full work for free on that thing.
You shouldn't.
On that thing.
On that
Even
thing.
if I get $5 subscription here or there. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What? Let's put it in the universe directly. Published short story collection, audiobook, toured around, doing all my stories, opening for bigger people. Honey, someone buys the rights. We're adapting them for television and film.
100 million%.
Period. So that's where I'm like, no, I don't like going to school would be like almost just for me to get that. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to, I think it's important to think about what you want to glean from it and then see if you can just do that instead.
I know.
So it sounds like you just want to write a book. But your mother is an author. Madison.
I know. I have nepotism. I guess I'm just lazy.
I just feel like if my mom knew how to write a book, I would say to her, hey, how'd you do that?
I know, but
do you know what I mean?
Yes, but you don't. It goes back to the inner shame monologue. So, what was your wow? We have 2 minutes.
And honestly, I don't care. My wow is double. One, Orna's things that she has, we're going to have to take a picture of it and put it into this pod.
The braids.
The braids are sticking. There's a long one in the first scene. Very easy to find.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Coming out the side. It's distracting. The clip-in braids that are
distracting.
So that's number one. And then number 2 was just, wow, these are all the same storyline. Wow, I hope something shifts.
Yes.
Let's take this narrative and find something interesting.
Yes.
I got bored and that never happens to me on this show.
I agree. My wow is ChatGPT telling Jason, you killed it with the protein today. Wow. Okay, so and the idea that that's what someone needs emotionally is to be told you killed it with the protein today. And I have to say,
easy.
If Marjorie, you say it's easy. I could never say you killed it with the protein today to my partner. I just could never do that.
You trying to do it?
No, literally, I would be. Literally, like I would.
I would literally, if someone said to me, I need you to say 1, 2, 3 ABC every morning to me to be okay and do the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd be like, if that's what you're telling me your need is, has nothing to do with me. I don't care. Sure.
I could say I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Like you look amazing. But I could not say you killed it with the protein today.
No, totally, because it's not the way you talk.
And I'm just like, you didn't kill it with the protein. The protein isn't that big of a deal. I'm proud of you for making a change. I don't care about the protein.
And she's not even saying that, so.
That's true. So.
Hopefully next week we'll have more to work with, y'all.
Yeah, we will. And based on the descriptions of the episodes, we will.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.